Hey beauties, so I kept having the best of intentions to make a full-on video as to why this is true, and the divine saying that somehow, some way, this short message is going to reach enough people because everybody, I can't even believe it because I don't follow social media at all ever anymore. I mean, from time to time, like now, I kind of will like take a quick pass at things. Oh my god, the misinformation that is on there. No wonder my guides never ever wanted me looking at anybody else's bullshit about twin flames, and they wanted to teach me, authentically in the spiritual because, like, everybody thinks they're a goddamn twin. And I'm not coming from a place of ego, whereas, like, I'm thinking that people are trying to, like, claim ownership over something that's mine. That isn't this at all. I'm actually like, it was part of the dark agenda that they did this, right? To flood all this, the world with all this information to try to block real twins from having access to the knowledge by muddling the waters, just like they do with everything else. What book is it? Oh, I'll recommend it on a different channel, but anyways, yeah. Most likely, if you don't know who your twin is, or don't think you know at least, and if you think you're a twin flame and that your twin flame lives somewhere across the world and you've never met yet and all these things, like, you're delusional. You can't, like, and I'm not saying that twins cannot, because there are lots that are from completely different countries, but they always meet in the physical, organically, like an accidental frickin' bump in Europe when one's from Canada and one's from India, kind of thing. Like, always the stories that I've heard from true twins, and I always know true twins when I talk to them. Like, I'm a facilitator. I've helped other people get into union even before myself got even close. So also, if you think you got to learn from somebody who says they're in union, for one, how smart are you to discern whether or not these people are lying to you? And for two, that's stupid and bullshit. Like, do you think that every single doctor and therapist and psychiatrist and stuff in the world are full on 100% mentally stable? Hell no. Hell no. So, no, most of you aren't twins that follow me. There's so many real twins that follow me, and expanding more and more and more. And I know that that's why more are being led to me, because my purpose being multifaceted. But, like, twins, I'm a twin. There's 144,000 twin flames. People always think like they have to complicate things, like, just because, like, that's such a universally known number, like 144 is the 9, 144 is 12 and 12. But, like, there's a reason, it's not just like, oh, that's too simple so it can't be true. No, it's true. There's not more, there's not less, there's not anything. And the short, quick version of why is because we create a frequency grid. The Christ grid around this planet is anchored within the physical bodies of each of us true twins, which is why a lot of us get led around and around and around for a bit, because, and then especially when you get into union with your twin, there's usually typically a lot of travel, like, not stressful travel, leisurely travel, because you beauties are just anchoring now your potent third energy all over this freaking planet. To why? Anchor in the grid, the 144 grid, the ascension grid. 12 by 12s. 12 groups, 12 monads, 12 souls. The 13, where people get confused in spirituality, where the 12 and 13, blah, 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 all that controversy comes from, is because only in one monadic group of 12 souls will the highest vibrational highest vibrational soul reach such a high level of ascension that it will split into a dual polarity from a singularity. And then you get your twin flame ascended masters, your monadic souls, like, leaders, like, essentially in hierarchy. And everyone's like, well, oneness, everyone, yeah, no, yeah, yes, it's oneness. Yes, we're all connected. Yes, we're all equal in the eyes of source, creator, love, because it's just all, we're all one piece of energetic spark. But the thing that people don't realize is that we all have equal value, but we're not the same. We're not the same. And that's something, too, that I think me and my twin are going to help, like, branch out to. And I'll just continue to lead the way with that, because that's twins' purposes, to let our freak flags fly. But the message and reading that I just did was confirmation for me, too. I will no longer allow anyone to shit on the sacredness of twin flames, at least not in my presence. You fucking bow down. Just kidding. But, like, honestly, like, look at ants and bees and stuff in nature. You know, how else do we actually learn things? We typically look at things in nature. That's how humans, understand patterns and all the things, right? They've got, different hierarchs, we'll say, of bees, right? And of ants. What do they have in common? They have queens. Is the queen superior? Well, I guess from our third dimensional, masculine driven logical perspective, that's kind of like how we would perceive it, because we call them the queens and because they're protected by all of the other ones at all costs. But it's not that. It's that each part of that system, that societal system, whatever you want to call that system, relies on another part. And so each one is equally as valuable, to the whole. Without the workers, can't feed the queen, take care of the queen, all the stuff. Without the queen, can't do it, It's the same here. And that's what people need to realize now as we actually start moving in, because we're moving into this now. This is happening, like, for real. Everybody that's asleep is literally gonna, that's why it's gonna be such a kind of divided transition. Because in reality, everybody who shits on twins is jealous. And for those of you that aren't twins who are watching this and going, I'm not jealous, I don't want that. No, it's because you see the headache. Of course, nobody wants the headache. But don't fucking kid yourself. At the core, we are love. So everybody wants this divine love. That's why twins are so sought after. If you're masculine watching this, that's why everybody wants to fuck your feminine. If you're feminine watching it, that's why your fucking masculine's got so many options all of a sudden since being connected to you even. Like, your guys' energies activate with each other, and so then you just keep embodying more of your divinity. And sex is part of your purpose to be able to actually manifest. Like in the Bible, the two of them said, mountain move away, and it moved away. It's not a fucking joke. That's real too. And so twins have a very specific purpose. And only the strongest of humans will be able to overcome the challenge of a twin flame journey to reach twin flame union and get the reward. It's just the way that it is. So, like, a lot of people are watching this thinking that this is coming from my ego. It's not coming from my ego at all. I don't give a shit. I am a twin flame. I am, like, pretty much in union, and I know my stuff. This is for you guys. Because, like, it breaks my heart. It actually does. I just saw thousands in, like, a few minutes, because I scan things really quickly, thousands of actual different names of divine feminines, thousands, between about 10 to 15 different twin flame groups that I just, like, really quick, thousands that aren't twins, all spreading misinformation about twin flame journeys that they don't have a fucking clue. Why? Because they're not on a twin flame path, so they're actually not being guided to gain insight and knowledge about a twin flame path. They're not on that path. They're on a different path. But because they're so desperate for love, which is why they were preyed upon by that industry, they are so fucking easy to manipulate. They're like probably the easiest of all sheep right now to manipulate on earth was us divine feminines that were unawakened. Easy prey. Oh, you want love? Here you go. Carrot on a stick. Chase that around, little girl. So it breaks my heart. But, like, we need to really, 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 really make sure that people know that very many, very, very, very few people are twin flames. If you aren't sure if you are one, you're most likely not. Most likely you're not. I'm not saying that you're just not, because nothing's just that cut and dry. Because some people are really confused about it, especially if you're a masculine part of that half, right? The feminines. But if you're feminine, like, I just read so many comments that were, like, in itself, the way that they said their things, I'm like, can't they read what they say and feel what they say? But no, they're not. They're gifted, I guess, because they're not divine feminists. They're just feminists, which is still fine. They just need to realize that, like, trying to understand a journey that's not yours is always going to lead to mass confusion. So if you thought you were on a twin flame journey, that was false twin flame feminine that was coming out in the reading. Okay, so that's why I'm doing this. I missed that. There's somebody that follows me who thinks they're a twin and who absolutely is not a twin flame. At least one. I mean, I'm sure lots more people will follow this in the existence of its lifeline. But, and, like, you should be grateful. As previously mentioned and previously demonstrated as, my purpose. This journey ain't for the faint of heart. It takes a strong motherfucker to face the demons you gotta face on this journey in order to get the fucking beautiful, sexy love that you get to have. I know what love is mine. My divine masculine. He knows who his divine feminine queen is. Our karmic purging happening, you know, that's real. So worry about you know, trust when I say that if you have that knowledge and you've learned anything from me, then you should be able to call yourself a soulmate. 111. Absolutely. If you follow any twin flame stuff, I mean, and that's the only good part that I see coming out of all this stuff is that all these love, crazy, hungry, divine feminines will at least align a little bit more with self. I could hope. But what I saw just online now just made me sick and sad. It's like they just ate up all of the like basic misinformed twin flame propaganda that was put out by not twins. People that, same thing, went through that, thought they were twins because they were shocked by someone else who said that everybody can have a twin flame in this lifetime. What the fuck? Like, you wish. I'm sorry, but like that's even a delusional statement to think that. If that was true, then all humans would just be twin flames. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm still purging all that energy from that reading. I haven't meditated yet, but that's because they wanted me to tell people. And like this, my tone is always for a purpose. If I'm crying, it's because they want me to cry. I'm laughing, they want me to laugh. I'm giving you shit. I'm talking to you like I'm a piece of shit, asshole. There's a reason for that too. It was just 11:11. But yeah, anyway, so if you're a twin, then this message is also for you to remind you that, yeah, it's okay to feel special because you are. Your life struggles that everybody judged you for, well, I don't like to say reward, but like that's what it is. Just, you know, because you did the work and you told them all to go fuck themselves. Now you get a huge prize, but you can't get the prize until you tell them to go fuck themselves. And you can't even really know that the prize is the prize until you tell them all to go fuck themselves. Law of free will. And as a leader, you will be tested and tested and tested to make the right choices. So if you're not a twin flame, you'll know if you just get real with yourself. I had to do that too when I was chasing a false twin, and then I was realizing that I was up against the same things. I'm like, hey, this is not what feels right and accurate, right? And then thankfully, my higher self said to me, do not ever, because I did in the very, very beginning, use the like mental image of my false twin, like accidentally in manifestations, just because like that's who I was tying the internal energy to. And then as soon as my higher self was like, just feel the love within and don't even feel the necessity to put a face. I was like, okay, so I just get to have 5D sex with strangers every night that feel the same. Cool. Whatever, you know. And then that was really actually, that's what did everything for me. It was just like giving up even the fact that I'm like, maybe I'm not even one. Maybe I'm just supposed to awaken. Maybe that was just a catalyst. I don't ever have a twin. You know, I really was, and I accepted that, like, for real. That's not true for me, but like, you know what I mean? Like, we have to go through different periods of discovery. So maybe that's where you are now, and that's why you're led to this video. But yeah, there really are only 144,000 twin flames. Again, 12s, 12s, 112 splits after the highest level of ascension becomes the ascended master leader soul of the monadic group. Therefore, they awaken first, and then their other soul monad, which is just your closest, of course, your soulmates. Now, there are, because 12 and 12 is 144, you will technically have, like, in your ability to interact within the physical, like, same thing, 144,000, technically, like, soulmates, like, real, in your actual, like, you know, monadic group, like, think of, like, the way they show me, like, how DNA and genes are, like, attached, you know, like, all that stuff. Imagine that. 144. So that's why, like, there's endless amounts of soulmates that you'll run into in your life. Typically, nobody will meet 144,000 of them, but, like, that's your mom sometimes, not always. Some of your family is not even your soul family at all. They're all karmics. Like, with me, I have one sister who I know is my soul family. She's the one that everyone else thought was the odd one out. She's my real soul family member. My mother, also my full soul family member. I think, though, always has been quite karmic to me, and I've been her mother in other lives, so it's like a big dynamic here for us. But my dad, no. I don't even feel like that at all with my dad. Neither of my other two sisters. Both my children, yes. Definite. But yeah, like, it's just, you know, so it's better, to be honest, if you're not a twin flame, because as you align with self, you know, there's endless amounts of soulmates. Trust me, I know. On my twin flame path, I've called in so many high-level soulmates. Like, ones that, like, I hadn't even met. Stranger soulmates. Stranger ones, because of my magnetic power. I'm a little hard over here. Like, legit. And, like, it's crazy how, like, so this most recent one, his name is Adam. I hope he doesn't see this or follow me now, because it'll be weird. But his name's Adam. He's the second Adam too that's tried. But, like, he didn't try to do anything. He didn't hit on me or anything. Like, it's just it could have gone there. I made sure it's not going there. But yeah, I was like, nice try, because like my twin, you know, is not committed to me yet. Not saying that he's doing anything else. Like, not saying that he's not. I don't care. I mean, like, we're still seeing each other, so like whatever. But you know what I mean? Like it we're not official though, and so I feel like the universe, because like I am supposed to be with somebody now myself. Like, it's actually so crazy. I don't want to share this too because they want me sharing all these things today. I've been collecting like shotgun wedding clothes for over a year. Since redirecting myself off my false twin journey and just aligning with self, I just started to collect white clothes. But like with the soul impression, like I was seeing bride stuff everywhere. My kid too for well over a year now. So it's not like I'm just my pointing them out to my kids. Like, it was just nuts. Bride, always wedding stuff. And then I would just like randomly like stumble, like say I was like in this random store getting something else, and I like turn and look, and I'm like, well, if I had to wear a short white dress, that would be it. Guess I'm buying that. I have like a section, like, I don't know how wide as me probably, of a variety of white shotgun wedding clothes now. I bought a jacket yesterday that said bride, and then last night as I was talking to my DM before he left my house, and I was like, I told him, I was like, so I bought a bride jacket today. He's like, well, you should have worn it. He meant like while we were being intimate. And I'm like, well, marry me first. And so, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like the universe, like, and that's what happened every other time that I was ever in deep separation, and I would get this energy, like, you're getting masculine support, which I've been getting this week. They legit, like, the universe, like, sends a new soldier in like clockwork. Bang, Adam shows up. And you know what my synchronicity was? And it kind of made me sick to my stomach a little bit. And I was like, you guys thought that was going to trick me, because, like, especially too when you're close to union, they're going to put all sorts of great bait in front of your face to see if you want to take that bait. Don't take it. It's poison. But yeah, Adam looks like a cross between my true twin and my false twin. I didn't even think that was a possibility. He like got out of his truck, and I'm like looking at him, and I'm like, I'm uncomfortable. I'm so uncomfortable. Legit. So don't worry. 144,000 twin flames. If you've met your twin flame in real life, you'll either be with them in union or you'll be miserable forever. Sorry about your luck, but most likely you'll just all be in union, because, like, hey, the grass really is greener over here where the truth is. The truth. Hard to argue with the truth. And, like, look at this face. How you argue with that beautiful twin flame love. Love you guys.